Shalom. How's everybody doing? If you want to join the live is private. I put on the link on the post if you want to join. But this video will be posted too if you don't have time. So let's get started. So we're gonna go with 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 19 to 21. And it says, "What I say then, that the idol is anything. It can go could be computer, phone, it can be money, it can be idols, everything you see, everything you own, like holidays. But the main thing we're gonna talk about is holidays. That these pagan holidays that they gave us, okay, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idol is anything offered in sacrifice. But I say that the things with the Gentile sacrifice, I want you to highlight this Gentile sacrifice. They sacrifice to the devil, to devils. Gentile, they sacrifice to the devil. So everything that the world has and provide is of the devil. These holidays that the world, the orders that they put of the month. If you hadn't watched my other videos, the month I showed you the actual order of the month. This worldly month order is from the devil. So this is what it's talking about, and not to God. Everything of the world doesn't serve God. Like, if you worship God, you sing to God, that is serving God. You read the Bible, that is God. You're celebrating the Passover, the Feast of Dedication, the Sabbath day, that is serving God. But the holidays that the world give, Valentine's Day, Christmas, Halloween, what else? Easter, all these holidays is the devil. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with the devil. And ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devil. You can't serve two masters at the same time. You have to serve one. You're either serving God or serving the devil. You cannot be partaker of the Lord's table and of the devil's table. Yeah, you have to pick one. So I'm going to take you to So Valentine is known as a holiday that being a simp, a license, like a license to become a simp, the license to have sex with a different kind of woman. This right here, man. Oh, come on, man. Doesn't want me to go to this website. The U.S. government, man. The CEO. They want to hear the truth. Okay. I hope you guys didn't see that. Valentine's Day is to love on February 14th. Any other day of the year, romantic couple showing better half with gift and token appreciation. Well known as handwritten cards, red roses, all stable condition, tradition, recognized at any convenience store. Uh, Party, a poem, history, aren't sure. The origin of Valentine's Day is the pagan holiday Lupercalia. Pagan holiday. Oh, it's a pagan holiday. Lupercalia. Lupercalia. You know, Lupercalia is the baby that shoots the bow and arrow. Yeah. According for the century, in the middle of February, the holidays celebrate fertility. Men would strip naked and sacrifice a goat and a dog. Young boy would then take strips of hide from the sacrificed animal, use it to whip young men to promote fertility. Lupercalia was popular, one of the few pagan holidays still celebrated 150 years after Christianity was legalized in the Roman Empire. I want you to look at this. So I want you to ask yourself, are Christians celebrating Valentine? They are. And what is Valentine? Pagan holiday. It's a pagan holiday. You've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed. This is what's talking about in First Corinthians. You can't serve two masters. Who came up with this? Pope Gelasius came to the power in the 5th century. He put an end to Lupercalia soon after the Catholic Church declared February 14 to be the day of the feast to celebrate the martyred Saint Valentine. Still pagan. You're still celebrating Lupercalia. Colorado, lubricated environment where the Christians are trying to close it down. Christians trying to close it down. Where the feast was meant to replace Lupercalia, there is a reason to think that Christian might instead have said, okay, we'll just call this a Christian festival, he said. It's still paganism. Like, think about it. It's still pagan. It's like, they come up with the example of, I say, it's Christmas. Christmas is pagan. If you look at my old videos, my past videos, I talked about that. Christmas is also paganism. Birthdays is paganism. So saying that, it's like saying happy birthday, Jesus. He's still celebrating Christmas. December 25th, he's still celebrating. It's a simp day. Valentine Day. Who was the Saint Valentine? It's pagan. So I'm gonna go more deep into this. I'm gonna go more deep into other holidays, but I want to show you something. This is Pakistan retaliation strike hits target in Iran. It's probably gonna be 5-minute video, but yeah.
Pakistan has conducted overnight military attacks inside Iran, 2 days after Iran conducted strikes inside Pakistani territory. Islamabad had earlier recalled its ambassador to Tehran and prevented the Iranian ambassador from returning to his post. All this after Iran carried out strikes against what it called terrorist targets late Tuesday across the border in Pakistan, an attack that Islamabad said killed 2 children. This is video from a local human rights organization, and it's set to show the aftermath of the attack. And joining us now from Islamabad,
the were killed during the intelligence-based operation codenamed Margbar Samajja.
right.
And Pakistan spokesman has complained about the lack of redressal of complaints over the past many years about presence of anti-Pakistan terrorist groups on Iranian territory. And this spokesman's statement reminds the Iranian government about those complaints that Pakistan has been making. And it says that Pakistan fully respects the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Islamic Republic of Pakistan.
Right.
Well, this is exactly kind of a copy reaction from a statement to what Iranian government had said after attacking inside Pakistani territory. And Iranian government had also tried to explain that this was not an attack on Pakistan, but on some Iranian terrorist group who were present.
So, Pakistan strikes hit target Iran. They hit Iran. Russia, Germany conflict looms as Moscow drone blow up. The Russian drone. Yeah. That was a Russian drone. There you go. Let's go to Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. We got more? No. Okay, it says, and he said unto Abram, know for surely that your seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them. They shall afflict them 400 years. Also, that nation whom shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall come out great substance. The clone bodies is Joel chapter 3. Maybe not. Let's see something. Okay. Trumpet in the sky. You know what? I honestly thought that was the sound of a car. It sounded like a car. That is super dark, man.
That's the trumpet. I don't give a no. That's the trumpet. That's loud. Love, that's loud. Y'all ain't right with God. Y'all need to get right.
He said it. Get right with God. Repent. Get baptized. Follow the commandments. Get right with God. You super close, man. Let's go to Revelations chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins, lest you receive in her plague." So this is saying that stop following the things of the world. Let go of the things of the world. Stop following the world. Stop following what other people are doing, because there's gonna be consequence if you don't get out of the things of the world, the ways of the world. And this is why I talk about holidays, pagan holidays. Get out of them holidays, man. Them holidays are pagan. It's idolatry. And if you want to know why, look at my old video, my past videos. But this is saying, get out of her. If you don't get out of her, you will receive her plague, and then God will judge you. So this is why you got to get out of the world. Stop living of the world. And my other video, I talk about a bunch of people that were in IUIC camp, and they still the same. They still struggling with depression. They still struggle with porn and stuff. And they end up coming back to the world, living worldly. And that's what, same thing with Christianity. People living worldly. The Bible says the truth shall set you free. Let's read that part. At the time of the children of Israel continued their journey from the wilderness of Sinai. They took the journey of 3 days. Journey was 3 days. And the cloud rested upon the wilderness of Paran. The cloud was in Paran. There the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. The anger of the Lord was on Israel. For they had provoked the Lord in asking him for meat, that they might eat meat. They were asking the Lord for meat. And the Lord hearkened to their voice and gave them meat, which they ate for 1 month. 1 month. But after this, the anger of the Lord was kindled against them. He smote them with a great slaughter. Smote, what smote is. Definition of smote. Smote, smite, nah, I put smote. Strike, fire blow. Well, let's say he striked. Strike them with a great slaughter. Great slaughter. Kill for food. Killing of animal for food. You smote them with great slaughter, and they were buried. They were buried there in that place. The animals. You killed the animals and buried them. Were buried in that place. And the children of Israel called that place Kibroth Hattaavah. That's the place. Because there they buried the people that lusted flesh. Oh, okay. They buried the people there. The people that followed the flesh, that came after the flesh. And then they departed from that place and pitched in Hazeroth, which is in the wilderness of Paran. All right. Human meat. That's according to my understanding, that is human meat. Human meat factory now open to replace beef. So you want to stop eating beef. You want to stop eating meat. Human meat factory. I'm straight up going to show you. Straight up, man. From TikTok. And United States wants to close TikTok for a reason.
You can't beat British grub.
You ain't blind. Human meat replacing beef.
But these days you've got to
spend a packet to bring home the bacon. And don't even get me started on the eggs. The cost of living crisis is hitting Britain hard, with food prices rising at the fastest rate in 40 years. But now, a new line of affordable protein is hitting our shelves. This is engineered human meat. That's right, a protein made from human cells that promises to be cheaper and tastier than any of its competitors.
That's just straight wicked. The way you look at his face, the way you look at his smile, just wicked, man.
I'm Greg Weiss, and I'm off to visit Good Harvest, where a whopping 6 tons of human meat is engineered every day. That is stunning. With the promise of cheap meat for all, it may well be the meaty miracle we need to ease the
So this is what happened in the world. In the world, you got cheap meat, you got cheap food, but you know what? They ain't good for you. Them food are fake. You got a cheap sandwich, a 1-cent sandwich from Wendy's. That sandwich is bad for you, man. That's bad. You can die from eating that sandwich, man. Them stores, the food is cheap, the frozen fruit, the vegetables, they're all cheap, but they're fake. That's the thing. And they do that to attack our people. They're trying to attack us, giving us fake food.
squeeze of the cost of living.
Anyone for human meat? I'm Michelle Ackley, and while Greg comes face to face with the production line, I'll be conducting a taste test with some very picky palates.
It's really, tender. For the first time, we're going to find out where it comes from, how it's made, whoa, and what it tastes like.
Oh my, bro. You know, another thing is that they're gonna, it can happen either way. Raising the price raising the price on like the food and the market, and then there's gonna be more violence because poor people, they don't have money for food. So what they do, they rob somebody, they break in their house, they take their food to sacrifice for the kids, sacrifice for themselves. Crime is gonna rise. Also, you look at it this way, you already seen that people are breaking in rich people's house and taking their food, killing them, taking their food and stuff. Next one is, they will turn you cannibalistic. Human steak.
Hey, you ready for this one? No, not the sun. It's beautiful. You want to know how you can actually turn a generation into carnivore zombies? It's going to sound crazy. It's going to sound crazy. But the Bible says they will eat their flesh, right?
Jeremiah 19 verse 9. And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters. And they shall eat every one the flesh of his friends and the siege and straightness, whatever if their enemies and they that seek.
How do you do that? Well, you begin to grow lab meat. That's one. But also you begin to grow or make human steaks. You begin to grow human meat in labs as well, just like the other meat as well. Now that's one. Okay? Now if you're a vegetarian, you're a veggie, and you don't want to eat no flesh, or you don't want to eat no meat, well guess what? They made it simpler for you. They liquefy the dead people and put it into the soil so that anything that you eat have particles of human remains. Crazy, huh?
That's true. That's crazy, man. Look, real quick, let's go to Micah chapter 3, verse 2 to 4. You who hate good and eat and love evil, who tear the skin of my people and the flesh of their bones, who eat my people's flesh, strip off skin, and break their bones in piece, who chop them like meat in pan, like the flesh for the pot. Then they will carry out to the Lord, but he will not answer them. I want to go back to 3. Who eat my people's flesh, strip off their skin, and break their bones in pieces, who chop them like meat for the pan, like a flesh for the pot, killing people, cutting them off and making them into meat. Then they will cry out to the Lord, but he will not answer them, because they're wicked. At the time that he will hide his face from them because of the evil they have done. They're eating us. What? I'm preach. Act 3. Oh, let's go to Seal Book of Mormon. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on this. He was let's watch this last one here, and then we'll continue on tomorrow.
The Cape Fear River runs down the eastern half of North Carolina, passing by major cities before emptying into the Atlantic Ocean. Right here, at the bottom of the river basin, is Wilmington, a city known for its iconic Riverwalk. That's where you'll find PFAS contamination, drinking water. Not just here, but throughout the United States.
That's the water, man. That's what we drinking.
This happens to be ground zero for these chemicals being invented to coat tanks and military.
About it, they don't drink the water.
70 miles downstream,
Curious to see what they were still drinking. That
many communities have yet to be tested.
the answer here is not to put the burden of safety on.
Don't put anything in air or water that
Look, this is poison water, so this is what I recommend you to buy. If we can go to, according to my history, this is like, you gotta check these out. These are filter. Make sure it has the filter. You see the filter here, and then it has another filter. This one has a filter. This one has a filter also. So you want to make sure that has the filter here. Yeah. This is a chemical right there. The water has chemical. Let's check this one out, and then I will stop the video and do a part 2. U.S. guided missile submarine commander relief of duty. Does it have a video? Yep. If I can play it. Yeah. You know, we'll stick with reading. The Navy fighter commander on the guided missile submarine USS Georgia lost a confident ability to command. This is all real. In the first video I played, the trumpet, that's all real, man. Navy commanding officers are held high standard of personal and professional conduct. The Navy said the press they are relieved to uphold the high standard ability, leadership, and Navy hold accountable those standards. Yeah. Navy. This is Chris Osborne. Officer told crew retained submarine and operations were not impacted, according to the Navy submarine crews. Command the vessel with the Blue Gold Cruise to ensure the rotational command and control. The USS in the Ohio class nuclear power submarine equipped with cruise missile. So this is what you see: USS U.S. Guide Missiles submarine commander relief of duty. Shooting missiles. As you see here, this is gonna show you the next video I'm gonna make. California drinking poop water. But who knows? It's gonna spread to all of us. You don't live in California, still buy it anyway. It can spread to you. This is it, and see ya and peace.